Hey guys, my name's CONSTRUCTOR'S Gaming and today I'm back with another video, and today I'm back with, I'm going to say part 2 of my F1 2018 career mode here in Bahrain. And if you didn't watch the last video, I'd recommend you go watch that. I mean, it wasn't really the best result for us, as if you didn't already know, we're driving for the Williams here for this career mode, for the 2019 career mode at least for Season 1 and Season 2, most definitely. If I do a Season 3 then I might switch it up, but I'm going to skip ahead to practice straight away, and we get 340 points from practice, so 521 in total for our car that can be put on our car for development. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for these videos. I'm just going to skip practice mostly. I don't feel like you need to, it's basically the same as 2018, and I showed that in nearly every race, so I don't really see much point of you like seeing it again. It's just repetitive from last year, so I'm just going to do that off camera, and yeah, you'll just see the after effects really on how many resource points we get. But it's going to be completely dry race in Bahrain, which is expected considering it is the middle of the desert. We need 29 more resource points to at least get another aerodynamic upgrade. We could get a chassis upgrade, but instead of that we're going to go into qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Bahrain qualifying is nearly upon us and the drivers look as if they're all geared up to go. I expect we'll be getting underway very shortly. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
So here we are in Q1, so the first lap time, and as you saw there in that little cinematic, there's a little freeze. That wasn't like anything to do with you, that was actually the game. There's still glitches as this was recorded on the first day of release. This video was recorded, so there's still glitches and stuff. But this is our Q1 run still, but that's our fastest lap time of the weekend we will be doing. Going into the turn 1, we're already down a little bit, but gaining time in the braking zone now. One thing about this Williams that I found is the brakes are god awful. I literally brake where where this racing line says, like, it's not that bad in slow speed corners. Like, well, I say slow, like corners that don't have a long straight, like the start finish straight into turn 1. I have to brake about 25 meters before the racing line says, just to get it stopped and hit the apex. That's how bad the brakes are in this game, and I don't have a clue what it's going to be like in the wet. I really dread to think, to be honest. Yeah, I really don't want to find out, but slowly and surely we'll upgrade our car just enough to get it as good enough, what am I saying, to get good enough brakes so we can actually stop and gain a lot of time, because that's where the braking, that's where the time is gained, in the braking zone. If you can brake later you gain a couple of attempts there, but we're already nearly, I think that's the second up. I can't really read it, to be honest. It's I think it says 1.2 temps. It's either 2 temps or 1.2 temps. But we've only got 2 corners left into the braking zone. This corner we don't have to, we brake a little, on the thing, and we just brake. We just missed the apex there. But qualifier's complete, up to line, DRS enabled. Where's it going to put us? On the grid. I think I saw P16 there. Yes, I did. We'll be starting the Bahrain Grand Prix from 16th place. As long as there's no penalties. But yeah, we've actually managed to out-qualify Max Verstappen there, Kimi Raikkonen, Alex Albon, and my teammate. Right, I know how those other 3 are, but Max Verstappen, how has he got knocked out in Q1? Both our rivals have got through in their Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo. They still need to be nerfed, and well, not nerfed, they just need to be equalled out, because the Toro Rosso I found is like really overpowered compared to what it actually is in real life. The Williams is also like that, so I'm not complaining. Right? I'm not saying that it's unfair, but I'm just saying it needs, like, this patch needs to come out. I don't know if the patch, as of recording this, because this is the 2nd of July, I'm not sure if the patch is out yet or not. I think it pretty much is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, we're up to 600 and something resource points, so that should definitely be a minor upgrade on the car. And we're going to go with a front downforce upgrade, so that's going to give us a little bit more downforce going into China if it goes on the car straight away. But now it's time for the race for the Bahrain Grand Prix for the 2019 season.
There's something in the Bahrain air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the sand. Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakhir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past, though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Pierre Gasly and Hülkenberg, Grosjean, Perez, Sainz and Daniel Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Devon Butler and Faber, Joker, Verstappen, George Russell and Alexander Albon. Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So, as you just seen from that, we've been promoted up to 15th place, considering, well, not considering, but because Kevin Magnussen has been given a penalty. I'm guessing he took some new power units. So that's going to be, he's going to be behind us, going a lot quicker. Max Verstappen's also going to be behind us. So we're probably going to drop down to at least P17. Then we just got to defend against Albon with the DRS, as well as Kimi Raikkonen. And George Russell should just be chilling in the background. But as you saw, where we're sat on the grid, it's going to be a one-stop strategy for us. What we did in Australia, I should have just gone with the normal strategy in Australia, and I might have just not. I might have kept myself out of problems. But hey-oh, it's done. So nothing can be said about that, and nothing can change. So now we just got to look forward to this Grand Prix and see how far up the grid we can make it, or if we might even fall positions. You never know. But yeah, as we are forming up on the grid at the head of the Bahrain Grand Prix, we need a good start. Turn 1's going to be, it's a really hard braking zone, so it could be a good opportunity for us to gain some positions. But we've lined up on the grid, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights into the Bahrain Grand Prix for the start of the 2019 race in Season 1. Lights out and away we go. We had a shocking start. Max Verstappen's already had a better start than us. So is our teammate George Russell. We're going side by side, about 3 wide I think we're going to go, but we're going to have a little lunge at the inside of the 2 McLarens and one of the Force Indias maybe. The Force Indias cuts across us, making us chip our front wing. I think I chipped my front wing anyway, but we're going side by side with Daniel Ricciardo here on the exit of turn 3. He's got a better traction as we was on the curb, so we've lost a bit of momentum there, but he's managed to get in position. He's up into P11. We're currently P12, but Perez is going slowly. We're now out lunged at the inside into turn 4 of Daniel Ricciardo. We're still side by side, but he's got better exit than us. We're still yellow front wing from that first wing contact with Perez, I'm pretty sure we had contact with, but we're going to stay behind Daniel Ricciardo for the S section. Will we have a look up the inside into the hairpin? Yes, we will. And we're going to squeeze him out wide on the exit. But now we're still going side by side into the tricky turn 10. I'm pretty sure this is going to be. I think that's what the name of this number of this corner is. But look at that overtake. No contact whatsoever. Round the outside. Oh, lovely move. That's moved us up into P11 for this Bahrain Grand Prix. On lap 1, we start at P15 and we're up into P11. One more place and we'll be in the points for this race. But down at the end of the lap, going into the final couple of corners, Daniel Ricciardo's having a look up our inside into the second to last corner. He's got a better exit than us because we've gone on the curb. This is also giving Butler, who's in the Toro Rosso, a very good run on us. But we're going to go into Rich Mix and Slipstream, and with this Mercedes power unit, we're going to go side by side with Daniel Ricciardo. Here's Butler, going to have a look up the inside of Daniel Ricciardo as well, or maybe the outside. We're going to go round the outside of both of them. Butler actually went round the outside too. This is a onboard, well, this is we can see because that bloody camera, off-board camera is awful. But we've managed to keep ahead of Daniel Ricciardo and Devin Butler. So that is fantastic. And behind us is yellow flags because Kimi Raikkonen is out of the race. Is that his second retirement of the Grand Prix? No, he actually didn't retire in Australia. It was George Russell who retired. Only the Williams retired from the Australian Grand Prix. So that's Kimi Raikkonen's first DNF of the season, and that's going to set him back for the Chinese Grand Prix, as Butler's got up our inside, forcing us wide, making us lose 2 positions to him and Norris, and now Daniel Ricciardo. So we've dropped down to P14 after that little contact, a little argy-bargy with our old rival from Formula 2. And speaking of Formula 2, our old teammates now going up our inside. We're going to have the inside, we're going to have the inside line for the next right-hander. With this downforce though, lost with this broken front wing, it's not actually that bad. We're actually like doing all right with this front wing broken, because this track isn't the most aerodynamic track going, so it's yeah, it's not as important as like other tracks like say Mexico or something like that. But Verstappen's now passed us for P14. That's moved up into P15. But in the slipstream once again, overtake ERS mode, Rich Mix. There's no DRS in yet, as it just got enabled that lap, so we might have it in the backstroke. But we're going to go round the outside of both Max Verstappen and Weber, and we've managed to get the position back from Max himself. But the AI right in front of us is still battling. They're going 3 wide. Norris has lost 2 positions, 1 position to Daniel Ricciardo there, and Max Verstappen's now going up our inside here. No, he's not. He had a look, but we're gonna go really deep though on turn 4, and he's just got the move done easy peasy. I just basically gave it to him, to be honest. And speaking of Max Verstappen, he's now caught up to this little battle going on in front of us, so it's held him up a little bit. We're still on the back, only just. We're gonna be in the slipstream. We're still gonna be in the slipstream. We're gonna go. We're just gonna stay behind him and see what happens up in front of us. But then Verstappen's going up. He's the other youngster on the grid, Lando Norris. It goes side by side still into turn 2 and turn 3, but Verstappen's now managed to get the position done. We're going to be in the DRS and the slipstream of Norris here. Are we going to lunge up the inside into turn 4? Yes, we are. We're going to have a look, and we're also going to go up the inside of Max Verstappen, breaking off his front wing. So that's a bit unfortunate. I didn't mean to break his front wing off, but we go very wide with the third to last corner with this front wing damage. That's one of the main corners that aerodynamics is affected, but we're still side by side with Max Verstappen just though, so we might be able to just slipstream him down the start finish straight with DRS as well. So that's going to give us a lot more speed, and this Mercedes power unit, the strongest on the field, we're going to look around the outside because this is there's more grip here, and also you can get, I feel like I can get a better exit if I go around the outside and straighten the car up faster. I feel like I can get a better exit and give me a bigger run down this straight, which has got DRS. As Butler is now getting overtaken by Daniel Ricciardo. So Daniel Ricciardo's moved up into P11, but unfortunately the points, look at the points of the mini-map, they're nowhere to be seen. They've already got around the next hairpin, which is a bit unfortunate for Daniel Ricciardo. So he has a little charge. He's going to have to charge his way through and just cut away the time. But we're still on board for us here. I'm not sure why, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to go very deep. Well, we're going to miss the apex of the tricky left-hander, I mean. We're also going to have DRS because the Butler is Verstappen. He's going to have a DRS on us. Is he going to have a look up or inside? No, he's not, but we're going to, yeah. He's not going to have a look at us. So we're keeping P13 as it stands. but with this, like, I don't think I'm going to be holding it for too long, especially as we might probably get a bad exit out of this corner. This is going to give Verstappen a good run on us. He's got a slipstream. We're actually going to pull away with this Mercedes power unit, which is, I mean, that's amazing in my opinion anyway. It just, I don't know, I like this. I mean, I adore this Mercedes power unit. I mean, it's not exactly the best in the world, in the best car. Our car like really does like depend on it. But George Russell, speaking of which, he's gonna have a look at us. But we're also gonna go in the slipstream of Devin Butler. We're gonna go to the outside line, my preferred line into turn 1 when overtaking the AI. We're gonna get the late brakes. I'm not even braking late. It's just because the brakes are so bad on this car, it just happens. So it moves up into P12 for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now George Russell on lap 8 is gonna go up our inside, head into the DRS, the second DRS / first DRS straight, and we've lost the position to our teammate, which is very annoying because we don't want to be losing positions to our teammate. We want to be doing a lot better than that compared to our teammate. We want to be beating him every single race, but we are going to get slipstream and DRS and rich mix, maybe overtake mode down the start finish straight. But no, we're not. We're going to stay in medium. That's how like strong as Hulkenberg's in the pits. That's how strong the slipstream and the DRS is. Around the outside once again. Very deep this time. I didn't actually mean to go that deep. It gives us a better exit going into turn 2, and we're back up in the P11 for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Is George Russell going to have a chance on us going into turn 4? He's getting closer and closer, but I don't think he's going to do. Actually, he is. He's going to lunge up the inside in the braking zone, but we managed to keep P11 from our teammate, the fellow Brit. But speaking of which, lap 10, he's gone up our outside for turn 1. We're at the inside, going to squeeze him out, losing the rear end there. It's going to give him a better exit. Going to go on the curb though, squeezed him even more than I would normally, and we've managed to get we managed to keep P11 from our teammate. He really wants this position. I'm holding up this whole grid. If you look at the mini map, I'm holding up everyone. But he's going to go again into this left hand. I'm not sure what the corner name is. I think it's like turn 11. I don't know. I don't mean the name. I went to the number. But we've lost the position to George Russell again. But we might have a little go down the start finish straight once again. Going on to lap 11 now. We've completed 10 laps of this Grand Prix, and we've got 19 left to go. We're going to slipstream still. Are we going to go late on the brakes up his inside? Yes, we are. Barging our way through there as George actually turned in on us, and we just barged our way through. But we've actually moved up into P9 because of people pitting. But speaking of which, Hulkenberg is one of those people we pitted, and he's now overtaking us. But we might, don't worry, I was going to say we might be able to use him to slipstream into turn 1 and gain some more time over the cars behind us. We're actually going to go for the undercut, but at the time, I didn't think that, I thought George Russell would have come in this lap. So, I was thinking that, like, the AI would be coming in lap 12, like, with me, like, what I was meant to do. So I was going to go for the undercut, but unfortunately, the lap 12 was the undercut. But look at that pit stop, 1.9 second pit stop. I didn't want the AI to change, well, the pit crew to change our front wing. It really did not need to be changed, so we managed to keep that. We come out in P16, which I'll still be happy about. That's an improvement of Australia, as Russell as well as Butler are both coming out of the pits, and look how much time they've lost. We've gone for the 2-lap undercut, and they've lost quite a lot of time. So I was moved up into P14, and now Alex Albon is in the pits. It's so weird. Is that K-Mag? Yes, it is. But unfortunately, he's going to get out just in front of us. Just in front of us as well as Norris is going up our inside. We're still going to keep the position from the other young Brit. There's 3 young Brits and 1 old one on the grid. So that's always what you like. A bit of British grit. I don't know why I said that. But lap 18, no, Norris is now going up our inside with slipstream. Well, not slipstream anymore. He's pulled out of that. But with DRS, we're going to brake earlier than we normally would, and we're just going to swoop around his outside and keep P13 ahead of the McLaren driver. So this is what we need. This is I'm happy with what we're doing right this second. We're on the hard tyres. All we've got to do on lap 23 now as we go into the left hand, the tricky left hand. We're losing the back end massively. It's going to give us a really bad exit. We're going to squeeze Verstappen up against the white line. He's going to have a DRS as well. Are we going to check up his inside? Yes, we are. We put out his slipstream very abruptly, but we're still going to be side by side going to the S section here. But unfortunately, he's managed to keep it with his better downforce around the outside. But in turn, with the final couple of corners, on lap 23. We're going to line ourselves up for a little move down the start-finish straight. We're going to have DRS. We're so close here. We're going to have Slipstream as well. We're going to pull to the outside, keep on the racing line, just so that I can, I don't have to move over or break any different points than I would normally. But even breaking where I normally would, we've lost up, we've accidentally gone very deep, and this is giving Russell the chance to catch us up. As on lap 28, with 2 laps to go of this Bahrain Grand Prix under the night sky, Russell tried around our outside of the turn 1, and we just squeezed him out on the exit, and we've kept P13. There's no points available for this Grand Prix, but it's just for pride really, so I don't really mind. It's also going to help us in the battle, in the rivalry with our teammate in the main, like when we leave the Grand Prix. We're going to swoop around the outside in the final corner. Sebastian Vettel wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Fireworks behind us, I'm pretty sure. There normally is fireworks anyway at Bahrain, but Sebastian Vettel wins just in front of his teammate, and then behind him, Valtteri Bottas just manages to hold his teammate off. If there's one more lap, I feel Hamilton definitely would have won that, because look how close they were. There you go, that's the fireworks, the celebrations are out, but all we have to do is survive the next couple of, like, 5 or 6 corners. But our teammate's going to go up or inside into his left-hander. We're going to go still around the outside, squeeze us a little bit there, but he's managed to get P14. We need, like, we don't need this position, but we only have, technically two more chances as we lunge up his inside there. That's, Jesus Christ, the third to last corner. We've lunged up his inside, but we've had a really bad exit compared to our teammate. He's going to go up or inside into the final couple of corners, the penultimate corner. He goes into the lead, but we're going to sweep around the outside as we squeeze him towards the apex, and we're just going to hold on to P13 for this Bahrain Grand Prix. The fireworks are going off, and we're weaving as we manage to finish our first Grand Prix of the 2019 F1 season. No points from that Grand Prix, but what a race. I actually really enjoyed racing that in, like, when I was recording. Best race of this game so far, definitely. Of Australia, not exactly anything to go off.
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Sergio Perez managed to get 6th place. I'm a bit disappointed that, like, effort definitely deserves some points, but as we go onto the podium scene, Sebastian Vettel's very happy with himself. Charles Leclerc, where he got robbed of the win in real life, has come second, and Valtteri Bottas managed to get a P3 there for the Mercedes team. So, is that 2 Ferrari wins out of 2? I'm pretty sure it is, and 2 Sebastian Vettel wins. Maybe. I can't remember for the Australian Grand Prix. I recorded that yesterday. No, Sunday actually. I voiced over that. That was 2 days ago, it's now Tuesday. So yeah, that is the podium. And this is the classifications. Teammate, that's actually a pretty decent result that our teammate could actually stay with us. But Kimi Räikkönen was the only one to DNF. Devon Butler, what has happened to him? I don't have a clue, because he got a lap down. I don't know why. We like raced him at one point. I'm not really sure, but we've also beat Lucas Weber, which is also fantastic. But with me and my teammate both, even though we got no points, we've moved up in the championship, and we've also moved behind McLaren, which is a bit unfortunate as they get their first points of the season. And the Williams team is still yet to score any, which is a bit annoying. But this is the rivalry I was talking about. This is why I found it quite important to beat our teammate, and we've actually got equal amount of points there, so we've not gained or lost any points towards that 30 max, which is a bit, which actually I don't mind. This is also us getting a fat amount of resource points as we complete a team's goal, and we're now up to 975 resource points, which is qualify 16 for better. That gave us 500 resource points for that, and our value with nearly every team. I say nearly every team, only 4 other teams liked us. After the grid, our reputation went up, including Williams. Our value's still ahead of our contract, so we're going to Azerbaijan. At the end of Azerbaijan, that's probably where we will be getting a new contract. That's what happened on 2018. We were going to go for a durability upgrade, and that should be on the car. That's got a 100% chance of going on the car. So that should be in the car for China. Also an aerodynamic upgrade, if I'm right. I think so, anyway. But that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Bahrain Grand Prix. Hope you guys are enjoying the 2019 season. So far, it's the 3rd episode, but it only counts as number 2. So, Yeah, but anyway, I'll be CJ Gaming, and I'll see you in China for the next one. Bye.